Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. So here is the Styx album, Cornerstone. Great album. Unfortunately, my vinyl copy, which I bought for $1, is very warped, as you can tell here. It's like I was going to throw it out. But I have done this before, not too often, but in the past, I have managed to unwarp records, not in this bad of shape, but they were warped, right? And using my stove top, I turn the heat all the way up to high, so make sure it's, at its highest heat. And then you'll see a video, hopefully, of me unwarping this very warped Styx record. So, and this only cost me $1, so I'm not concerned if it doesn't work, but still, you can't play this warped record. So you turn your stovetop all the way up to high, and you just carefully have the vinyl record over the heat, and you turn it a little bit, as you can see, and it will unwarp itself. It's amazing. Wait. Before you do my suggestion, just letting you know that this was a joke video, because I don't want anybody to damage a record that's already warped and making it worse. And I think I've told this story before on my channel. In the 70s, me and a couple of friends used to have this system. It was kind of illegal. We liked, messing with the law. We would never steal, but what we would do is we would buy a record in a store for, from the cutout bin for whatever, $1, just like the Styx album. And then, I forget the whole system, but it ended up, we would take it home and we would either put a little scratch on it, or sometimes we would warp it on the stovetop. Like this record was just warped. But we wouldn't warp it this badly. It would just be like a minor, just a little bit of a warp to, But there were times that we did overdo it. I'm sure we wrecked at least 6 or 7 or 8 albums, and we overdid the heat, and it looked like that, and we couldn't return it and try and get, and the idea was usually not to get the money back, but we did that too, I must admit, but to get a better album, right, instead of the cutout bin album. And we had the system down pat, me and 2 other friends, and I think this continued for a good few months, maybe 3-4 months, until they finally kind of figured it out, and we almost got in trouble, but we just stopped because the last time, I guess the manager of the store, it was Woolworths, and the manager of the store wasn't in, and they said, the manager of the store would like to see you tomorrow. I was like, oh, okay. We never went back. Yeah, so sometimes we'd buy a record for $1, vinyl record, and then we'd change the sticker on it sometimes too, so it would be like whatever, $9.99. We'd damage that record that only cost us $1, bring it back with the receipt, and it wouldn't say the name of the vinyl record or anything. And sometimes we would get $10 back, or like I said, we would get some awesome new album like Sparks' Kimono My House. Yeah, so that was a great system, but then, you know, those were my criminal years in the mid-70s, and I stopped, and so did my friends, because we got scared. But that was fun. So don't listen to me when I tell you how to unwarp a record, because it ain't gonna work. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.